My name is Krishna Prasad and I am going to talk about importance of user experience in our day-to-day life. Well, what's actually user experience? People actually mistake it for user interface design, but user experience design is entirely different. Well, user experience design is a journey when interacting into a product or any service. User experience design is the process of creating products or services provide meaningful experiences for users. Well, why people is mistaking user interface design with user experience is because they tend to think that graphic designers and user experience designers are the same, but they are not actually. Well, people think about user experience in a daily manner, but they doesn't realize about it. Well, I'm going to show you a simple example in real life that will look like this, which reads as Green Home Loans. What do you guys think this company represents for? Well, it might think an agricultural loan company or a home loan company, but it actually doesn't represent both. It's a gold loan company. This is an basic branding US mistake which can be seen in real life. And I'm going to ask you something about what's the toughest thing to do in the morning in our office or in any office. Well, it's commonly faced by the IT industry. Well, from my side, it's going to be the charging plug. We have to go under the table and then plug the laptop charger and also the mobile charger, and it goes on. Well, a simple solution is placing the plugs on top of the table or inside of the table, or just giving an extension cord. That's a simple real life user experience fix. And I'm going with real life examples, so the basic user and also people without any UX knowledge can understand. Well, I'm going to take a car which is the new Mahindra XUV. The door handle seems like a cool new design, looks cool, right? And it's also stylish and it's practical too, but only in India. When it comes to other countries like UK, Canada, the frosting and snow problem is there. So this type of handle will not work there. Well, in the morning when we try to open the door, it will not work because the frosting will be over the handle. So this is a simple UX mistake done by a big company which is Mahindra, and they change the handle to a normal push button handle in other countries, and they are continuing with this type of handles in India itself. Not only the simple user and also small companies does this mistake, but also larger companies like Apple also does these design mistakes. Design fails by big brands, just like I mentioned the brand Mahindra, the big brand Apple also have done this. Well, this is an older version of Apple mouse, and for the UI purpose, for the aesthetic purpose, they changed the charging port to underneath of the mouse, and the result was this. While it's running out of charge, which it frequently does, this is the scenario, and we cannot use it while it's charging. So this is not only done by the smaller companies or smaller users or smaller designers, which is also done by the bigger brands. So how is user experience design works? We have to think like a normal user, a common user. Even if we are not using that product, we have to think like we are using that product. That's the main perspective in user experience design, which will help in like designing everything, like even if it is a smartphone or even if it's a simple shirt or coming to a software or a mobile application, anything. Like this example, this one is a simple coffee mug and it looks cool, right? Like it have 2 ears and it's look cute, which will be appealing, but on the right side we can see this is going to be the user experience. So we only don't have to think about the UI, but we also have to think about the user experience. We only go for the aesthetic purposes most of the time. That's the main mistake which is done here. And this is also another example. This is a children's toy. The adults will see it from the top and they will think it is cool, but this is the actual user view. They will be only seeing this. And the second one is also a real life example, which is a pathway designed to walk, but actually the user experience is another. So we have to think about it, like the shortest way have to be the path. That's a mistake done here. So another one, which is the door handles, which can be distinguished as three. One is turn, one is pull, and one is push. So these three door handles differs in design. So the door handle itself represents what it's used for. So the right side one is for push, the door handle represents itself, and the next one is a pull handle, and the far left one is a turn knob. So it's a simple UX and a good UX. Another example is the sauce packaging, which is both UI will work. We are struggling in restaurants for taking out the sauce or ketchup, and also in our home we are struggling to take out the shampoos or conditioners. But the second one, it's good in the UI and also in the UX. So we can use the most out of the bottle, and also it looks good, and the placement is also good. It will not wobble or it will not fall out easily. So this is a good example for the UX. And coming to the IT field, I am going to show you a simple example of delete account, which there are two pop-ups for delete account. The left one is a bad UX and the right one is a good UX. By simply changing the color pattern into red one, we can represent it as this is a delete pop-up, and the left side actually feels like a success pop-up or a warning pop-up. So this is a simple change, and we can make the UX far better. So not only in real life, we can also go for the IT field examples like software developing, also in the mobile app developing, like that. And the last example goes for a mobile app. This one is a simple example, like a step-by-step process. Simply by putting the icons and also a progress bar on the top feels more appealing and more good in the user experience. So my conclusion is that we have to think about like a user in everything, like not only in the softwares and mobile apps and only in the IT field, but we have to think about it in our real life too, even in the small devices like our smartphones, and also in larger devices like TVs or cars or anything. Think about user experience and be a good user. Thank you.